area. The city was surrounded by the Syrians Ben-Hadad. Food was missing and people became desperate. Despair moves us to reprehensible actions, O rich. 100 United States dollars for a donkey's head. O middle class. 10 United States dollars for 1/4 pound of rotten seeds dove dung. 2 Kings 6:25. The siege lasted so long that it caused a terrible famine in the city, to such an extent that a donkey's head cost 80 silver coins, and a bit of carob. 5. O poor people. Cannibalism. 2 Kings 6:28b. This woman proposed that I give her my son so that we could eat him today, and that tomorrow we would eat hers. Hunger illustrates the need for God that exists in man. Food substitutions reflect the aberrations into which man falls in his search for God. 189. The siege was a consequence of the spiritual prostitution of the people. The king looked for the culprit of the situation in Elisha and in God. O Galatians 6:7. God cannot be mocked, for whatever a man sows, that will he also reap. 250 years later Jeremiah would warn something similar. Or Lamentations 4:5. Those who ate delicately were devastated in the streets. Those who grew up in purple embraced the dunghills. Development. 1. Food in abundance. The people were resigned. God had already delivered the people but they didn't know it. They did not remember that salvation only comes from Jehovah. Or 2 Samuel 22:47. Long live Jehovah, and blessed be my rock, and magnified be the God of my salvation. What are we here for? There are decisions that are for life and others for death. First, the city equals death by rejection. Oh, they were not welcomed because they were lepers. Oh, there was no food in it. Oh, there was no one to extend a hand to them. Oh, Ecclesiastes 7:10. Never say, what is the reason why past times were better than these? Because you will never ask wisely about this. Second, staying where they were equals death due to lack of action. Oh, it is necessary to move to achieve the blessing that God has prepared for us. Oh, it's not about looking for shortcuts, but about following His perfect plan. Oh, Philippians 3:12. Not that I have already attained it, nor that I am already perfect, but I press on, to see if I can take hold of that for which I was also taken hold of by Christ Jesus. Third, let's go to camp equals faith in action. Or an adventure of faith in search of mercy. Oh, it is not necessary for us to understand. In God there is security. Or God blesses without measure, man is the one who limits God's blessings. 2. Today is a day of good news, today is a day to walk forward. 190. We are not doing well. They could have taken revenge but the citizens were not guilty of their exclusion from the midst of the people. They were not selfish with their blessing. They did not forget those who were in the city dying. They did not turn a deaf ear to the call and ministry to help. They did not worry about their own future, but rather thought about the present of others. Today is a day of good news. There is a death sentence and time is running out. Mark 16:15. And he said to them,